The death toll in Italy is now higher than anywhere else in the world, including China. Another 427 people have died in the past 24 hours alone, bringing the death toll to more than 3,400. Mark Lowen is in Rome for us now. Mark.
Sophie, it feels like a hole that Italy just can't plug. The daily loss of hundreds of lives. Coronavirus fatalities in this country of 60 million people, now higher than in China, with a population of 1.5 billion. It's brought one of the world's best healthcare systems to its knees. We've gained exclusive access to pictures from one of the hospitals under extreme strain. A snapshot tonight of Italy's agony.
In this theatre of war, the heroes hardly rest. Brescia in northern Italy is seeing one of the highest rises in daily cases. The hospital is overwhelmed, but resilient.
There's a strong commitment from all doctors and nurses. Sometimes they come in even when they're not on shift. Or after they're on at night, they come in the morning after to help us out. Some of them have cried, but I've never seen anyone complain.
More than 8% of cases in Italy are medical staff, almost double that of China. The 13th doctor died today. One of the patients here is a doctor, she says, born in 1982. He was in the emergency room, fell ill and tested positive. Now he's been intubated. Thousands of medics are being recalled from retirement and rushed in from university to help, but still they're desperate.
I think our hospital is reaching breaking point. We don't just need more beds, but we need workers. We need equipment to protect our staff. We need ventilators. The spread of the virus is too fast for us to keep up.
In this outbreak, not even the dead are left in peace. Overnight, the military moved coffins from nearby Bergamo to other areas to ease pressure on bursting crematoria. From one town that's cut cases to zero through mass testing and quarantine, a warning to Britain over its slower response.
I feel very, very sorry because I've been living in England with 25 years and I left my wife and my son there. So for me it's very sad to see that they're doing exactly the same mistake that they did in Italy. Well, it will lead to an outbreak which will be the same size or even worse the one that we are seeing in Lombardy.
Restrictions on movement here are now set to be extended, with most venues remaining closed and schools shut well into April.
Italy's lockdown is the model being adopted elsewhere. Public transport and traffic are still running, but people are only going out in urgent need. And it's orderly, with measured queues for the supermarket as people are allowed in one by one. The fruit and vegetables are stocked as normal. There's very little sense of panic buying here. And with the loo rolls, well, some brands are down, but with this level of outbreak, Italians are behaving, on the whole, rationally.
But the virus has left this wounded, ageing population isolated from each other and from the outside world. The book she reads is called Fear. Mark Lowen, BBC News, Rome.
The United States has told Americans not to travel abroad and has advised its citizens to come home now if possible. The State Department said that Americans who don't return should be prepared to remain abroad for an indefinite period. Our North America correspondent Nick Bryant joins us now, and it's a big step, this, Nick.
It really is, Sophie. It's called a level 4. It's the most extreme travel advisory the US government issues. Normally it applies to war zones and countries beset by civil disorder. Now it applies to every single country in the world. Americans are being told, do not travel internationally. As for US citizens abroad, they're being urged to come home immediately if you don't want to be stranded indefinitely because of the severe travel disruption. Now, these are recommendations, they are not rulings, but nonetheless, they would have been unthinkable before this pandemic took hold. Here in America, a concern is that younger Americans aren't taking this seriously. The US government stressing that almost 40% of hospitalized cases have involved those between the ages of 20 and 54. And we passed a grim threshold today, 10,000 cases here in the United States. And over the coming days, as more test results come through, we're told to expect a dramatic increase.
Nick Bryant in New York, thank you.